What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to P&Q, the question and answer series, where you put questions to me or comments and then I respond the following P&Q video. That sounds better, doesn't it? That way I don't have to commit myself to the next week or the next month or whatever it may be. So I think this is episode 257 now. Apologies if that's not correct, but I think it is, all told. And yes, I've got the lapel mic back on again now because it's just easier logistically right now. And yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to hopefully get through another 10 questions. Oh no, by the way, there's a couple of newer questions in amongst the mix now as well. I've had my computer randomize them a bit, so you know there might be a few modern updated ones that I've had in like the last 6 months or 3 months even, interspersed with ones I had a couple years ago, so that's good. Right, so I am just opening my questions on my iPad. Yeah, I'm good at this technology lark. Right, where do we go? Here we are. Right, let's go back. Okay. Yeah, so the last question I was asked was about Pebbles B&B, and sadly it's not there anymore. So that's a shame. But let's kick this thing off. Oh, and here we go. The randomization of the questions has worked quite well because this is one of the last questions I was asked. And actually I was asked it, blimey, it must have been only a few weeks ago. 2 months at the most, I would say. Anyway, question is, so if you want to ask me a question, by the way, before we get into this, just pop it down in the comments below, or you want to comment that you want me to talk about, a topic you want me to talk about, or my thoughts on, pop it in the comments below and I'll get to it. I don't mention who sent what, but let's get on with it. So someone has asked me recently, how do you think you will fare with the Lord of the Rings Battle Games magazine videos? Do you think you will manage all 91? Yes, I know exactly who I had that conversation with, because I was saying over a drink, it's my aim, well, I say a drink, it's like a drink of coffee. It's my aim to get all 91 issues down, get them first, own them. That's the first big milestone. Oh, by the way, that's what you can hear is one of my cat's toys in the way, as usual. I have to clear his bed out and move it so that I can get into my corner here. Anyway, yeah, so my first goal is to own all 91 episodes. Here I go again. Issues. And then I intend to do 3 videos on each issue, which seems kind of a lot, but I think breaking it into 3 is good because I want a general overview, which I've already done, of issue 1, and then I want to run through the battle scenario, see how that plays out with the rules and what things you pick up and that, see how that works out, and then a brief video of the miniatures. And they don't need to be painted to do for the battle scenario, but I'd like to get them painted for the actual miniatures showcase. So that's that one. How do I think I will fare with it? I'm quietly optimistic. I've got at least the first 7 or 8 issues in hand, so I can do those. It's just a case of tracking down the in-betweens issues and getting them, up to speed with what they're going through with the battle strategy game. I appreciate that the game has evolved over time. What with the War of the Rohirrim box set, which I've got, as you know. Oh, by the way, just picked up Battle of Pelennor Fields today. Oh yes, super excited. Didn't think I was going to get that one, but I did. Yeah, so I'm quietly optimistic, and I think I might just manage it. And I think if I do, I'm going to have a little celebration when that happens, I'm going to be very, very, very pleased. So yeah, so that's the first question. Time to see how my coffee is holding up. My seat and mug, look. Let me just check my microphone. Something I should have done a while ago. It seems all right. Okay, next question then. So, do you have any pet peeves regarding the hobby or anything else? I don't even remember this one. I can't say I've got any pet peeves about the hobby. I don't think so. No. Anything else? Yeah. Who hasn't? Pet peeve of mine. I don't think anyone from my work will see this, but if they do, oh well, it's too bad. A pet peeve I have in any working environment is presenteeism. Where I am at the moment seems to be quite rife with it. Unfortunately, it's not the best environment, but yeah, presenteeism. People working through their lunch breaks, saying they'll do overtime when they don't need to, they don't have to. Makes people that just work their normal hours feel guilty, and it can create a toxic environment. So yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. Right, so I think I've answered that one. I don't want to linger too much on that one. Okay, next question then. You seem to have been on YouTube a while now, many years. Has your channel evolved the way you thought it would? Oh, I'd have to say no, only because I didn't have any preconceived ideas of how it would evolve, or if it was going to stay around, if I was going to keep doing it. It's been over 10 years since I started my channel. Yeah, I mean, the whole ethos of YouTube nowadays is completely different. People approach it in a business-like manner and, set themselves up as presenters and entertainers about a topic or whatever. But that's what it's become. But when I started YouTube, it was less of that, more of just people doing videos for their own enjoyment, just for the sake of doing them. I'm not saying that's good or bad, it just is what it is. But no, it hasn't evolved the way I thought it would, because I didn't have any ideas of how it would evolve. Okay. Right, that's answered that. That's 3 questions down already. So it's okay, though. I've got quite a few questions here. If I do decide to go over, I can. Right, next one then. This makes a change, doesn't it? Looking at your iPad rather than a load of paper that I have to print out. I used to do that in the old days. I don't need to do it though. Right, do you think that if you were to narrow your focus of your... Sorry, I'll start again. Do you think that if you were to narrow the focus of your channel, it would get bigger quicker? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Why don't I? Because I don't want to. I'm happy with my channel the way it is. Thank you very much. Yeah, no more to say on that really. It is what it is. Okay. What is your favourite role-playing game? I'm going to have to say D&D, aren't I? Not as it is now, as it was in the old days, like, first and second edition, my favourites. But they're my favourite role-playing games now. I mean, I like 5th edition, but that's where I'm ending my D&D story. I won't go any further than that. Yeah, I'm D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, I don't know about this question. What is your favourite thing to do? Do you have one? Do I have one what? My favourite thing to do? Depends how I'm feeling, I suppose. Yeah, let's suppose I'm feeling well and healthy and energised. What's my favourite thing to do? Then it would depend on the weather. If it's nice and sunny, I like to go out. If it's pouring with rain, obviously I'll stay in. Obviously, hobby's got to come in here at some point. I like to, and then it depends on the time of day. Of an evening, I like to scroll through tutorials and things to watch how other people paint stuff and do stuff and catch up on a load of stuff like that. Really bad for you, but yeah. Do you have one? Do I have a favorite? I think I get the question now. What's your favorite thing to do? Do you have one? Do I have a favorite thing to do? Yes. So yeah, all depends on many variables and factors. So right, so there you go. So that's that. What's your least favorite thing to do? Work. Moving on. When was the first time you encountered the Lord of the Rings? Tell us about that. Ooh, that could be interesting. First time I encountered Lord of the Rings was at I was about 11 years old, 10, 11 years old. I was at my sister's house because when I was younger, my parents used to go over and see my sister once a week. We used to go over there for the evening and yeah. What was it earlier than that? Had I moved to Plymouth then? I don't think I had, you know. No, so it was before I moved to Plymouth, so it would have been in 9 or 10, not 10 or 11. I'm going to put out the later at the stage of it though, so we'll say I was 9. And anyway, went to stay there one night, and during the evening I would go upstairs usually. My sister had she used to get, do you remember the old thick catalogues you used to get, like shopping catalogues? I used to love going through those and going through the toys section, and I'd spend hours just looking at all the toys and thinking, God, yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, I was doing that one evening. I was up on the landing just flicking through the catalogue, and I look on, they had a bookshelf with loads of books on. I saw this massive book. I thought, that's the biggest book I've ever seen. As in thickness wise, and I look at it, it's well over 1,000 pages. Oh my God, what book is this? It's called The Lord of the Rings. I can still remember the cover, the picture of the cover. I couldn't describe it to you, but if I saw it, I could say yes, that's the one. I have seen it since. I might be tempted to get a copy of it at some point. But anyway, I've got Lord of the Rings in a different format now. But yes, that was the first encounter at the Lord of the Rings. And I thought, what's this all about? So I started reading a bit of the prologue and all the rest of it, and I was getting really interested in this. I thought, and this is before I encountered D&D, but I was so fascinated by this fantasy world and what, you know, hobbits, and I think I might have encountered the Hobbit before that, but not connected the two. The Lord of the Rings. I think I remember asking my brother-in-law about it. So what's it's about? So it's a fantasy story. What's to do with this? There was a picture of Gollum on it as well. So he's a creature in it. Yeah, it's about a Dark Lord and saving the world of Middle Earth. Blah blah blah. And I thought, I've got to read this book. Can I borrow it? No, let me borrow it. And I read it. Yes, I read it early. I was about 9 when I read Lord of the Rings first. And that was my first encounter with it, and I loved it. I just loved it because I was a book nut. You know, I would just absorb books. I would just read. You know, I just would. I just couldn't get enough. Yeah, so I read it. I ended up keeping the book in the end. Yeah, so that's fascinating, isn't it? That. Right, how many questions have I answered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Okay. Next one. What was your first pet called, and what was it? Chronologically, my first pet was a ginger tomcat called Sandy. Although I don't remember. I suppose that was the first family pet, but I was born And at the same time, my parents acquired a puppy from a local farm. And it was a Labrador crossed with a German Shepherd. So it was she looked like a black German Shepherd. She's called Cassie. She was tiny, and we bonded. So it was a dog, really the one I was aware of. The first pet that I was aware of was called Cassie. She was a dog, and I loved her dearly. Okay. I think I've done them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got time for one more. What time on this? Might be able to get a few more in if you want. What is your favourite time / season of the year? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That is summertime with the sun and the heat. Bring it on. Yeah, I just love the sun. It does exacerbate my symptoms, it's true, but I still love the sun. I'd rather be too hot than too cold, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I just would love it. Right, well, that's 10 questions. Let's do another couple, shall we? What we got here? Oh yeah, let's just do them in the order because it's been randomized. With regard to role playing, have you done more running of games or have you played more over the years? When I first started, I just played. I didn't run any games. Well, I ran the odd game here and there, but over the years in total, I suppose I've run more games than I've ever played in. Yeah, I would say that quite comfortably. I have run more games, whether it's D&D, Vampire, whatever it is. Alien, Call of Cthulhu. I've run more games than I have played. So, but I love playing. You know, I do absolutely love playing. But yeah, I've definitely run more games than I've played in. Okay. This makes me laugh. You've been talking the talk for a long time about your next campaign. Is it ever going to happen? I think they're talking about my D&D campaign, which I keep going on. I bang on about it in almost every video, thinking, no, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Yeah, just painting some more miniatures for it. Got to clear some space for it. I know. It's just me. Yes, it will happen. I'm still organising it. But it hasn't happened anytime soon, has it? No. Let's do another. The coffee's getting quite drinkable now, so it's very nice. Do you keep all of your old videos on your channel? Nope, not at all. As soon as it's uploaded to YouTube, I bin them off. I just don't see the point of keeping them. Just don't see the point of it. If I lost my channel, had to start again, might just do new videos, you know, big deal. No problem. Next one. You're making videos for you. You've only just worked that out. That must have been something I said on either the last P&Q or the one before. Yeah, no, I've not only just worked that out. I know I'm making videos for me, and this is for me, obviously. I suppose it's just putting it into practice, you know. So I enjoy that. Yes, I suppose I'm only just taking advantage of that fact. Right. What sort of music do you like? Anything that's got a good beat or good vibration to it, really. When I was a kid, like a teenager kid, I used to be into heavy metal. Nothing else existed except heavy metal. But I've gone through them all. I've gone through classical, pop music, country music, folk music. You know, I've just music's music. At the end of the day, if it makes me feel good, or an emotional state, when it makes me feel sad, then that's a good musical song or whatever as well. You know, if it elicits an emotion from me, then all the better. Right, I'm going to do one more. How many is that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've done 15 videos. Do I stop it at 15 questions? Yeah, I think I'll stop it there, because that's quite a good number, isn't it? 15 questions. So 15 on this one. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's the beauty of keeping all this stuff for years and then going out and doing a video. Because I used to get like 1 or 2 a week or a month or whatever, and I'd be like, it used to get me down a bit. So I went from really enjoying the series to really not enjoying it because it wouldn't be long enough. I didn't feel it was long enough. But I like answering questions that are put to me. So if you do have any, stick them down below. I'll whack them in the old randomizer. They might come up next or not till a bit later. Because like I say, I got loads of questions. There is a possibility that the odd 1 or 2 might be repeats over the years, but then my opinions or answers might be different depending on what it is. So yeah, but thanks for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you can. That helps me out no end. it makes the video more susceptible to being pushed out there and watched, and I like the views. I mean, I'm not bothered either way, but it's nice to think that somebody watches my videos. You know, I'm me, and somebody watches them, and I appreciate that, and I really do enjoy knowing that. So thank you for watching. Do remember, all brushes lead to more, though. I'm definitely going to see you on another P&Q, but if not, I'll see you on another video. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.